Once upon a time, in the cheerful little town of Brightsville, there lived a young boy named Oliver. Oliver was known all around the neighborhood as the boy with the brightest smile and the warmest heart. Wherever he went, people felt joy because Oliver had a special gift. He knew how to make others feel valued, cared for, and loved. He believed that kindness was like sunshine, and the more you shared it, the brighter the world became. Every morning, Oliver would wake up early, tie his shoelaces tight, and step outside with excitement. He was not looking for adventure in the usual way, no dragons or treasure hunts for him. Instead, Oliver searched for ways to bring happiness to others. Sometimes it was helping Mrs. Willow, the old lady across the street, carry her heavy groceries. Sometimes it was playing ball with little Max, who felt shy and lonely at the playground. And sometimes it was just offering a big, friendly smile to strangers passing by. One sunny Saturday, Oliver was walking to the park when he noticed a group of children standing in a circle. They were whispering and laughing, and at the center of the circle stood a small boy named Ethan. Ethan was new to Brightsville and had just moved there with his family. He looked nervous, clutching his backpack tightly. Some kids were teasing him about his clothes, saying they looked funny, and others were mocking his accent, which was different from theirs. Ethan's eyes grew shiny with tears, but he tried hard not to cry. Oliver's heart hurt as he watched. He could not stand to see anyone feeling left out or bullied. He walked right up to the circle, his voice strong but gentle. "Hey," he said, "that's not kind."
How would you feel if someone laughed at you for being different?
The kids shuffled uncomfortably. Some looked down at their shoes. Oliver continued, "Ethan is new here. Instead of making fun of him, we should be helping him feel welcome. Friendship is about kindness, not teasing." Then Oliver turned to Ethan with a big smile. "Hi, I'm Oliver. Do you want to play soccer with us?" Ethan's face lit up with relief. He nodded quickly. The other children, feeling a little guilty, agreed to play too. Soon the teasing was forgotten, and the sound of laughter filled the park. Ethan scored a goal and everyone cheered. In that moment, the circle that had once felt like a wall of unkindness turned into a circle of friendship. From that day, Ethan and Oliver became good friends. Oliver showed him around the town, introduced him to other kids, and even helped him with homework when English words felt tricky. Ethan, in return, shared stories about his old hometown and taught Oliver a fun game from his country. Both boys discovered that differences didn't divide friends. They made friendship richer and more exciting. But Oliver's lessons about kindness didn't stop there. A week later, Brightsville School announced a community cleanup day. Students were asked to help pick up trash in the park and plant new flowers. Some kids groaned, saying it sounded boring. "Why should we do all that hard work?" One boy muttered, "It's not our job." Oliver raised his hand and said, "It is our job because this is our community. If we help together, we make Brightsville a better place for everyone. Helping is part of being a good friend to our town." On the day of the cleanup, Oliver arrived early, wearing gloves and carrying extra trash bags. He didn't complain once. Instead, he laughed and joked, making the hard work feel fun. Soon, more and more kids joined in, inspired by his energy. By the afternoon, the park looked sparkling clean, and colorful flowers decorated the garden beds. The mayor even came to thank the children, but he especially praised Oliver for his leadership. Oliver only smiled and said, "We all did it together. That's what friendship means." Weeks turned into months, and Oliver's kindness continued to ripple through Brightsville like waves on a pond. There was the time he found a lost puppy and worked tirelessly until he reunited it with its worried owner. There was the day he helped his classmate Mia, who struggled with math, by patiently explaining each step until she finally understood. And there was the rainy afternoon when Oliver noticed a girl without an umbrella and held his above her, getting wet himself, but ensuring she stayed dry. Each act of kindness was like a seed planted in the soil of Brightsville. And slowly, those seeds grew into a garden of friendship across the town. Children began helping one another without being asked. They stopped teasing and started cheering each other on. They shared lunches, exchanged books, and stood up for those who felt small. Teachers noticed the difference. Parents noticed the difference. and soon Brightsville was known as the kindest little town anyone had ever visited. But Oliver didn't see himself as a hero. One evening, Ethan asked him, "Oliver, why do you always help people? Doesn't it get tiring?" Oliver thought for a moment, then replied softly, "Kindness is like a candle. If you light someone else's candle, your own flame doesn't get smaller. It just makes the world brighter. And friendship is the same. When you share it, it only grows stronger." Ethan smiled and nodded, understanding deeply. He knew he wanted to live the same way. As the seasons passed, Oliver taught everyone around him that friendship wasn't just about playing games or sharing snacks. True friendship meant standing up for others, helping without expecting anything in return, and spreading kindness even when it was hard. His story became a lesson for every child in Brightsville, that one person's kindness could inspire a whole town. And so, Oliver's legacy continued. Generations later, children in Brightsville still told stories about the boy with the bright smile who taught them that friendship is built on kindness, helping, and love. And whenever a new child felt scared, lonely, or different, the children of Brightsville remembered Oliver's words. Friendship is about kindness, not teasing. The town remained a shining example, proving that when kindness is chosen, the world becomes a brighter, happier place. And Oliver? He kept smiling, kept helping, and kept reminding everyone that the greatest treasure in the world wasn't gold or jewels, it was friendship. Because friendship, once shared, lasts forever.